Hi there, Andrew Hemming, and I want to look at some ways that you can modify pressing movements to emphasize more kind of torso or arm muscles. So this is, fairly standard. Most people are familiar with this. If I'm doing a push-up or a bench press or something, if I'm keeping my elbows wider, okay, then that will obviously create more of this motion coming across the body, which we call transverse adduction, and that's going to involve the pectoralis major, your chest muscle, a bit more. Okay, if we take a narrower position, okay, such as here, we're going to emphasize the triceps more, and so you obviously have those luxuries that you can play with. A thing to note again is you want to come back to context. So if you are doing more of a bodybuilding program, or you're training specifically trying to build muscle in a particular area, these variations can be helpful. Okay. The downside with going to both extremes is that while we target muscles more, we also target joint stress a little bit more. And so doing any type of pressing motion like bench press, dumbbell press, push-ups with the elbows flared like this, the downside with that is it puts more stress on the shoulder, and it also is probably not as useful if you're looking for more functional. And so another option between those two extremes is to kind of have kind of a healthy balance and to think of the pressing more as a movement as opposed to I try to isolate a particular muscle. And so what you could do is you can be kind of in between, right where we have sub-elbow tech. We're not going excessively wide, okay, but we're just kind of going between those two extremes. And for a lot of people, this is more of a natural movement, probably more of a real life useful movement, and it avoids overly stressing the shoulder or the elbow. So different ways you can do it. Make sure your goal and how you feel doing it are dictating what you're doing. We can see the same concept happen when it comes to pressing up overhead. Okay? So for example, if I take dumbbells, keep them in close here, okay, this is going to be kind of focused more on kind of anterior deltoid as well as the triceps. Okay? If I take a wider grip here, I typically will feel this a bit more in the deltoids, especially the medial deltoids, okay? Which means kind of anterior is in the front here, medial is here, and I feel it a bit more there. Downside of that again is I put my shoulder up into this kind of vulnerable position. We call it a high five position, and so it can place more stress on the joint. So again, that how you're feeling with the joints and what your goals are dictate how you're doing it. So again, you don't have to be extreme. You can go somewhere in the middle, and that may be better depending on what your goal. Just more options for you. Hope you enjoy. Take care.